Greetings and a very warm welcome to you all to Astro Times today. So, a few days back, I was discussing with a lady for some astrological analysis in relation to her chart. During the discussion I had with her, so just casually I asked her whether she has any PCOD issues, any issues in relation to PCOD. Okay. Actually, I never expected a positive answer from her or a correct answer from her. But this lady was fair enough. She said, yes, I have it. I have PCOD issues. So she asked me in vast astrological combinations which actually indicate this PCOD issues. Actually, I have not given any correct reply for her. So I told her, if time allows me, I'll make a video and upload it. Please check it. So I found some astrological combinations in her chart. So based on that combinations, I accidentally asked her whether she has any issues. So the beauty of this astrology is, so I cannot go and ask every lady whether you have a PCOD issue, whether you have a PCOD issue. These are the combinations which are indicating a PCOD issue in your natal chart. The beauty of this astrology is what holds good in one chart, it holds good in every other chart. It is not that in 60% charts it is working, so it works out. In Corona time, we have seen if 60% of the society, if they get a herd immunity, it means it is okay. That means 60% accuracy is maybe okay in medical terminology. 60%, but in astrology it is not that way. It is 100% always. It's always, if one combination is giving one particular result in one chart, it gives the same result in every other chart with the same combination. That is the beauty of this astrology. And if it is not working out, we are not checking properly. These combinations are giving this kind of result in this chart, but the same kind of results it is not giving in the same result in the other chart. Means it is wrong. We are not predicting properly, or we have not learned this subject properly. Either of the two. So, what planetary combinations, house combinations, may exactly indicate this PCOD issue? Okay. Again, I'm saying, whatever I'm saying here, you are not supposed to apply to your natal charts. Application must be always done by a well-read astrologer. Okay. As usual, whatever events happen in our life, whether it is a marriage or a house construction or a foreign journey or anything else, some planets, some houses, some yogas. It is a good event or a bad event. The certain combination of certain houses and certain planets during certain dasas, and on top of it, the transits. Some transits. It's a complicated subject, not that easy. Houses, planets, dasas, transits, yogas. These are all what that indicate some events that are bound to happen in our life, which will happen in our life without fail. You do any number of pujas, you go anywhere, visit any number of temples. What is bound to happen, that will happen at that time. You cannot, in no case, you can avoid it. Under no circumstances, your birth chart cannot be changed. It is not just like a heart transplantation or a liver transplantation or a lung transplantation. Nowadays, we are even hearing of the brain transplantation, which is not possible in case of astrology. Once you are born, but some certain karmas in your natal chart, they will happen irrespective of your pujas, temple visits, and other good deeds in your life. Okay. Now, what planetary combinations? What plans we have? 9 planets. All the 9 planets we will not see for this PCOD issues. Generally, we see this Lagna and Lagna Lord. The strength of the Lagna Lord, and the strength of the 6th house and 6th Lord are common for every issue related to medicine or health issue. First house is self, and the 6th house is for diseases. So, first Lord and 6th Lord, they play a vital role. Whichever is stronger, that we have to see in every chart. Basically for this PCOD issues, we see Mars. He represents blood. Okay. Next, we see Jupiter. Jupiter, the negative side, there is a negative side of Jupiter. Jupiter he has one peculiar quality of expansion. Wherever he sits, he keeps on expanding it. Wherever Mars sits, he keeps on cutting it. Mars job is cutting. Jupiter job is expansion. We have to say whether Jupiter is in this process involved or not. Venus is a karaka for ovaries. In females, Venus represents ovaries. So this Venus we have to see. And for recovery, we have to see Saturn, how Saturn is involved. If Saturn is involved, it's a slow recovery. If Saturn is not involved, it's a fast recovery, the speedy recovery. That is what we can predict. And also Rahu represents Jains, all Jains, which are, I don't have any that very big, huge knowledge in this medical astrology, or how about this PCOD issues, how big the cyst is. I think that is called as a cyst. How big these gigantic things, all gigantic things this Rahu indicates. So Mars, Jupiter, Venus, Rahu, and finally Saturn. Apart from this, we have to see Mercury, the natural karaka for all diseases. The natural 6th house karaka, the 6th house Lord, 6th Lord for all diseases is Mercury, that we have to see. And the houses, what houses we have to see? The 5th house, it represents progeny. If some PCOD issues, we can expect a delayed child, but because 5th house is involved here, 5th house, how 5th house is involved here, that we have to see. 6th house, because it indicates all diseases. 8th house, it indicates reproductive organs, whether it is a male or a female, it indicates reproductive organs and their lots. We have to see. If these combinations, these planets are badly influenced by Rahu or these houses, Rahu is if any house Rahu is there, in the opposite houses naturally Ketu will be there. So we can say in one way, if either these houses are planets, most of these planets are in the axis of Rahu and Ketu. And the dashas of these planets are going on. PCOD issues subject to the transits. Transits only which qualify for the event. Unless the transit happens during certain dasha, no event will happen. This is of no exemption. Okay. So these issues may trigger PCOD issues in women. Okay. Any doubts are there? My number is there on the screen. Please message.